Hello class! Cosmos are beautiful annual flowers that sit atop slender stems with feathery looking petals that bring a cloud of attractive color all summer long. So let's figure out everything we need to know before we grow cosmos. Before we start, let's go over a few types of cosmos. Now there's over 25 species of them, but for the sake of time we will be going over 3 of them. The first one we'll be going over is the sulfur cosmos. If you've stuck with my channel for a while, you will know these are my favorite. They are native to Mexico and are most commonly used in gardens and landscaping. Our second type, which is shown in the video, is called Cosmos bipinnatus, or the garden cosmos for short. They come in colors such as white, pink, reds, and orange. They tend to be shorter than the sulfur cosmos. And last but not least is the peppermint candy cosmos. These are award-winning varieties with petals that are splashed in magenta and white. For the sake of this video, all info will be about the garden cosmos, as they are the most common and the info used can be applied to all of the variety types. The first thing we need to go over is what type of soil to use. Cosmos plants prefer a neutral soil with a pH level of 6.0 to 8.0, although they will grow in poor soil where many other plants can't. They perform best in medium moisture, well-draining soil. You should avoid planting them in rich soil as it can cause the plants to get too tall and flop over. You can prevent drooping by staking the plants or growing them close to other plants that can support them. Our second point of interest will be what type of light they prefer. For the best results, choose a site that gets full sun. Cosmos will grow in partial shade but will have fewer blooms and be less vigorous when planted in a shady area. These plants will also thrive under uninterrupted full sun in the hottest conditions, much like their native regions of Mexico and Central America. Now let's go over how to plant them. It is best to plant the seeds 1/4 of an inch into the ground and cover them loosely. If you are planting them in pots, make sure the pot has a depth of at least 8 inches so the roots have room to spread out. Seed packets usually recommend precise spacing, such as a 2-foot interval, but I find that if you plant them closer, that the plants will support each other as they grow. You can always thin them out later, moving the extra plants to another part of the garden. Now that we've figured out how and where to plant them, let's go over watering them and if they can use fertilizer. When you first plant them, it is best to water them every other day to get them established. Once they are, you can water them up to 2 times a week as they are used to prolonged periods of drought due to their native regions. As far as fertilizer goes, I would not use it as fertilizing can negatively impact your cosmos. As I stated earlier, cosmos can handle poor soil and too much fertilizer or nutrients can often lead to fewer blooms. Unless your plants seem to be struggling, these plants do not need fertilizer. So there you have it. Those are the basics on everything you need to know before you grow cosmos. If you'd like more info on how to propagate them, what to do over winter for them, or what common problems you could face while growing them, then let's get this video to 15 likes and I will know that it is something that you guys would like. As always, this has been Great Grow, and feel free to subscribe for more awesome plant videos.